Hey everyone, this is Kareen from Enid. This is an update. So I moved from Brooklyn, New York to Texas. My husband and I purchased a new home, and I have a new studio, a new office space, and now I'm running my business full time. Instead of hiding away behind my day job, I'm now doing this full time. So I'm both excited and nervous. So this is just a video showing when I first moved into the office space, what it looked like, and just the organization of it. And then I also built a really great tabletop, like either it could be a packing table, or if you're a sewer, it could be a table for cutting your fabric. It's just a really good system that I really like. So anyway, let's cut to the before, and then we're gonna cut to the after. So thanks for watching. Gonna take a while. So it's the second day of the build, and I finally just finished putting the legs on. Got the box, my screwdrivers, all that. So it's looking good. Time to organize. The build wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty quick. I think it took me probably about 30 minutes to do each side. Okay, so now we're heading to my closet slash storage space, which is really, really nice. I was coming from a 600 square foot apartment in Brooklyn, and trust me, everything, some of my friends asked, like, how did you fit all that stuff, all the stuff you have in your house? How did you fit it in that apartment? But we magically did. So down up here are my glass jars, my glass bottles that I do for my hair oil and my face oil. The caps, they're tucked away in there. These are beading supplies over here. This is like my book binding supplies, some painting. This is stacks of paper that I use for doing book binding, and some binders, some supplies, a bit of supplies in those bins down there. Down here I have some of my boxes. These are just easy to grab from here, but I have more in the bin at the bottom. But these are just easy to grab from here. So when that order comes in, I can grab boxes from here. And then I have like in here I have my jars. I have more in the bins. The bins hold the bigger supplies, but these are just when I'm, doing a few orders, I'm able to grab them. And these are my seals for my glass jars. This is where I have my soaps. I'm looking for like a shelf. Like, I don't want to drill into the wall, but I want to have like maybe a stackable shelf. So if anyone have an idea of where to check out for that, I'll appreciate it. I know they have soap trays that you can stack, but I think the width of this wood is not wide enough to hold all the weight of the soap in that tray. So yeah, if anyone has any idea for stacking, how to stack, because I have more soap that I'm gonna make this week. I need space, but I have that little space up there that I can use for the time being. So under here I have, it's not as pretty as I want it to be. This is like a old lamp from like my first apartment several years ago, and it's kind of hard to part with it, but I think I need to take it to Goodwill and just give it away. But down here I have these are plastic bins. I have my hanging folder, like my business stuff. Down there, it's another hanging folder, a box, but I use like all my photography lighting supplies are in there. And then I have some photography lighting supplies here for recording. This is what I use, add to my light. Let me show you this light over here. This to diffuse the light. So this is what it's you know, looks like a regular umbrella, but it's for diffusion. And then I have some shipping boxing. This is priority. This bag is from the last time I did a craft show in Brooklyn. This is how I would carry my stuff on the train. So I just kept it in here. And then I have my crinkle paper. This is how I moved it here. But I want to get a nice fabric basket, a big one that can sit, that will fit on top. That would just sit on top of this bin, and I could put all of this in here and it would look prettier. So it's not the prettiest, but you know, this is what I have for now. So here I have bins holding, this one holds my display for when I'm doing craft shows. One is holding like shipping boxes. Another one's holding some packing supplies. I have glass jars, boxes and boxes of them. The supplier that I was using previously were in Brooklyn, so I stacked up on those, including I have a supplier where I got my my bottles from, so I stacked up on those before I moved. So this is the space. Now I'm grateful for it. So we're backing out, and this is what it looks like now. I've moved the desk from over here to over here just to give me more space. Plus I can look out the window. Not to say that there's much to see anyway. So let's go over here. I had one of the bookcases over here. Originally, when I had the space set up and I was working in here, I had a bookcase here, one here, and my desk next to it in this space. But since I've moved the desk over here, put the two bookcases here, and then I'm gonna get another one of these bookcases here. So I have more books that I need to stack. These are some beading. These containers hold beading supplies. That's one of my oldest friends and her husband, or first son, from a few years ago. But these bookcases are awesome. I got them from Container Store. What's awesome about this is solid wood. They're about $80 each. I know that's kind of, for some folks, that may be pricey, but I've had these for at least 15 years. Each of these shelves fold up, and then the sides fold in. And so it's just easy for packing away and moving, especially if you live, like if you do live in New York and you're always moving, these are just perfect. And when I first moved them here, they were leaning to one side because of the weight. So what I did was I went here into these screws and just tightened them up. There's about, I think, 3 screws in here, and tighten them up. And there's a screw on the opposite side as well. Tighten those up, and that fixed it right up. So I want to get another one of this to put here. And in this space, I don't know, like I want to have some like loungy space, maybe like a nice like chair that can recline in a little bit and have an ottoman. So I'm thinking about the space. What do I want? This feature wall, let me back up. Feature wall was here when we moved in. So over here, this is a painting that I did. It's painted on silk. I know this looks like a watermelon. I didn't realize it looked like a watermelon when I was painting it until afterwards. I was like, oh my gosh, that really looks like a watermelon. But it's supposed to be 2 scenes, the sun, the sky, you have the beach. And I'm so proud of my little crabby. Look at that crab. I painted that. Look at that. I know you can still see the lines, but yeah. And then there's supposed to be a poem that goes around that I wrote, but didn't come out very well. And then this is a scene of my, it's supposed to be a scene of my windowsill in my kitchen where I had all my plants. So I have my tomato plants, and then that's supposed to be a cactus. And then the sun rays coming through is like sunset. The sun rays coming through. So this was hanging, this is a pretty big piece. I'm not sure of the measurement, but I guess you could see it move this out of the way. In relation to the hinges on the door, you know, it's basically like about the same height. This was hanging in my office space. My supervisor really liked it, my previous job. So we got it framed. So I got it framed for free. And then when I moved, I brought it with me. And this right here, I have this as my little shipping station. I'm gonna have to revamp this. It's not gonna stay like this, but this is what it is for now. So I just bring the packing paper out here, and bring it out of the closet, bring it in here and keep it here. This is for sealing my jars, all those lids, those foil seals. This is the machine that does it. And if anyone needs to get information on it, just ask and I'll let you know the company I got it from. So yeah, this is my little setup here. I got my paper, tissue paper. This is my paper cutter here, sometimes I need it for labels, my tape, little gloves just in case I need to handle soaps. I could throw that on real quick. My shredder back here. These are light fixture, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But I probably need to put this in the garage, but this is just sitting here for now. And I have some trays back there, some soap trays and stuff like that. So these are some new soap mold. This is the soap mold I'm using for my new version, the updated version of my Dreamy Lavender. It's now the Rustic Lavender. And I just wanted a massage bar. Just think about lavender and massage just goes well together. So this is a locker that I got from a friend. I've had it for years. I think I paid her like 35 bucks for it. So I've been storing my finished products in here. So it's a bit of finished products. It's not like perfectly organized, but it is what it is. I have like some muslin bags, some samples. These are some samples back there, some containers for holding samples, the jars, some spoons. I'll put all that stuff in there. And then this is what I'm doing, photography, some hand towels and things, some fabric, all that stuff for when I'm doing photography. And yeah. And those are products up there that I need to package up. Okay, and this is my my dress form, and I padded her out to fit. I've since put on some weight. She's not my size right now, but I did pad her out to fit me to my dimension. But yeah, I've since put on some weight. So this is the tabletop space now, what it looks like. Since the first video that I filmed, I've been living with it for several months now. I've kind of, rearranged the space a bit, and this is what it looks like now. So I have all my fabric. This table is made for, I did this setup for when I'm packing orders. I do it up here, but then also I craft a lot, so I sew. And down here is like all my fabrics. So let me move this. Isn't this so cute? It's like a vintage carry case. I've always loved the teardrop shape. I've actually used it a lot when I used to make jewelry. It was in a lot of my class projects. I used this shape, the teardrop shape. So when I saw this was so cute. So I have some sewing supplies in here. I'll open it up real quick. It's not like anything crazy to see, but I got this from a thrift store years ago. I don't remember what I paid for it. I don't think it was more than $10. So I just threw some things in here. I kind of want to organize it, maybe make some dividers, but just, some supplies. Nothing fancy or crazy. So in here it's organized. Like I have, this is, I think like stretchy material is in here, some lace, and this is the padding that is under here. This is what I use to pad it out. And then I have leather in here. My leather, this is a bag that's kind of fail. I'm keeping it to use in projects as a scrap. And then I have leather unroll, and then I have some vinyl unroll, and then some muslin, and then this is a beautiful silk. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. It's the expensive silk that I got it at a discount. It's just so special. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. You know how it is. And then I have like my thread down here. And let's see what's here. This is like, this is just some random fabric that I have. An old coworker, former coworker I should say, was going to India. She's from India. She brought me back some fabric, some saris. So I have that down here. And then under here is my vintage sewing machine. This is from Singer from 1926. I had a guy in Brooklyn. If you're in Brooklyn and you're looking for someone to fix your sewing machine, I have someone that I could recommend. And it was only $95. The wiring was like really I was afraid it worked. I could plug it in, but I was afraid of electrocuting myself. So he redid it for me, the wiring, and put a new pedal on it. So yeah. So anyway, this is all stacks of revamp. Forgetting what I'm trying to say. It's when you buy vintage and you redo it. So these are like fabrics. This is from a wedding, a dress from a wedding that I know I'm not going to wear again. So I'm going to revamp that. And my yoga mat that I pull out every morning, so I just keep it under here. Labels for my business and paper that I used to wrap my soaps, I keep it in there. This is beautiful garments. Some of them is pieces that I need to fix, but some are items I'm gonna mail to a friend because I put on weight. So I'm gonna mail it to her. So labels, finished labels, I put down there for skincare and the hair care products. In here, it's more, let's see. Oh, it's hard to get out. I'm not even going to try to, but this is just fabric. These just fabric for whatever projects I want to work on. This is clothing that I need to redo. Some fabric. There's a rip on this. This is a plastic bag I have tucked in for my trash can. Just stuff that I need to redesign. And I don't want to throw it away or give it away, so I'm just going to revamp it. And this is some cold weather. That's a cashmere. It's a really heavyweight cashmere, and that's some knit down there, and these are cold weather fabric. And then this shelf system, I got it from IKEA years ago. I think I paid like $35 for this. I know they have a new version of it because I've tried getting more of these shelves, but the shelves I bought didn't fit this, so I had to go to Home Depot, get wood, cut the wood, and then put these little brackets underneath so that the shelf sits, so these wood sits on top of it, so that I can have more. But this is $35. So here I just have, IKEA had these on clearance for like $3. So these are just the organized files. I have some, let's see, some boxes for my jars. That's gonna be part of the rebranding, redesign for the packaging. More labels, online labels, the company where I get my labels. Some soap shred from soaps that I recently cut the edges. And then butters, this is from a recent order. I'm gonna be putting that video out probably next week. That video would like a recent haul that I got. So I have my supplies out here, and then these are recent soaps that I made. These are some fails. This one is a fail, but you know, and some are samples. So I'm just having them cure here. Some will be given away to friends, or I don't know. I'm thinking about having a misfit section on my website for all the fails. But this is an order that I need to give to the person, and we're gonna meet up, and they're gonna get this, and then just some supplies down there, which will be in that video. And then this is like, so let me show you this light. This is a shop light. So if you're a gardener and you're looking for something, a shop light, let me see if I could get the measurement for you. Okay, let's turn it around. So this is the shop light. And this one I bought from Walmart, and this was about $15, and I bought 3 of them. But I don't think I need them. I don't think I need 3 because I have this one. So this is my grow light that I use for my seedlings. So I also have a garden. I have a garden channel, and I put a link to that. And I also have this light down here, grow light. They're like arms that extends, and there's a remote that allows you to work each of them. So you can have 1 light on, or 2 of them, or whatever. And they're all attached down here. So this is like my gardening supplies down here. Right now, everything is out in the garden. But when it was during the winter and spring, this was filled with plants, with little seedlings. So this shelf will be dedicated to the dedicated space for seedlings. Right now, I just have some soaps. These are soaps that I made just playing around, testing out, and these will be for us, for the house. And so this space will be for the seedlings since I have the light set up. And then this would be for Enid B, and then down there, Harmony Home and Garden for the gardening channel. So yeah, this is my setup, my desk setup. This video is taking longer than I planned. But anyway, that's like my inspiration, inspiration board. I made this on Canva, so you can see it, just to have like the posture of my heart to be in the right place. So this is pretty big. I think this is the 18 by 24. And then I have some goals, and I kind of move with the Jewish calendar. So right now it's 5783. In September it would be 5784. So that's why you see year 5783. So I kind of move with the Jewish calendar. Of course, I observe the regular calendar as well, but you know. So yeah, this is my setup. This is like a second monitor that I have. Some scriptures over here, a light that I got for free. I have to figure out the light keeps going on and off. It looks kind of creepy, so I have to figure it out. Maybe it's the bulb, but you know when you pick up stuff on the corner. That's what happens. You don't know what you're getting. So I have my newer sewing machine here, my brother's sewing machine. It's a refurbished one, but I like it. So yeah, so that's the space. That's the space. So yeah, so I just want to say thanks for watching. I hope, I don't know, that was informative. I hope that was informative. But if you have any ideas for just even for how to store the soaps, for ways that, like maybe a shelving unit that can stack in the closet, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna use this channel to demo the process. You know, sometimes you want things to be perfect, and because you want things to be perfect, you don't present it to anyone, you know. But again, I've been running the business. I've been doing this. I've been making products. I slowed down a bit since I moved to Texas because I get acclimated and, you know, just get more supplies and things like that. But I've been doing it. But now I'm doing it full time, and now I have to like kick my butt in gear, you know. So yeah, so I'm grateful for this place. I'm really appreciative coming from a small apartment. All this stuff was like basically my living room and my kitchen. So yeah, except for, of course, I just built this IKEA table setup, but you know, yeah, 600 square foot, yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope all the best to you, to whatever you're working on, your goals, your dreams, your family. Take care. Bye.